Yes, it's time once again for another episode of Midweek Midcard Matchups. I'm Pyrite, Paulie, Persimmons, and I'm joined as always by the one and only Veeta.
That's right, Paulie. We're here tonight to witness two men of steel step in the ring in battle to the death.
Men of Steel? That sounds pretty good, Veeta.
Oh, yeah, I thought so too.
It's
Perhaps
not
I should
too
get
bad.
a copyright on it.
Well, I hope nobody steals it before we get to it. Let's go down to ringside and meet our two competitors here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchups. On the left here, you see a man that has traveled far and wide, beating the shit out of everybody he comes into contact. Of course, I mean Fraction Jackson.
Fraction Jackson is a mammoth of a man, and he is quite numerous in his weight stature there, Paulie.
Well, as you may know, he was a mathematician previous to his career as a wrestler, Veeta, and Fraction Jackson is ready to go toe-to-toe tonight with Lenny the Pasta Primavera.
Lenny the Pasta, of course, coming in tonight to take on Fraction Jackson in a battle to the death here on Midweek Midcard Matchup.
That's right. He may try to give him the corkscrew. He may try to give him the linguine. He may even try to ravioli his way to victory here tonight, Veeta. But Fraction Jackson will not be denied as we begin tonight's contest here on Midweek Midcard Matchup.
That's right. We're in for a real sockdolager here tonight as Fraction Jackson gets ready to show a little sportsmanship here to the Pasta Primavera.
Fraction Jackson always one to make sure both sides of the equation are equal when it comes to competing here on Midweek Midcard Matchups. Now the two men begin the match. Here you see Fraction Jackson evading an early right-handed rigatoni from Lenny Primavera, and Jackson showing off his agility here in the early goings of the match.
That's right, actually. That's right, Fraction Jackson there.
Fucking
Tossing
Fraction,
Pasta
man.
Primavera.
Wait a minute, Primavera cannot believe what he is not perceiving, nor can he perceive what he is not believing here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchups. Of course, Primavera trying to do his best this evening as his family is there in the front row. You can see his grandmother there on the left, and 7 of his brothers did show up. His other 5 brothers could not make it this evening to see the beating that is imminent coming towards Lenny the Pasta Primavera here tonight.
Now, Paulie, why don't you take it easy on the Italian references here? You know, my
I'm
name
sorry.
is Veeta, after all.
I'm aware of your name, Veeta, and I'm aware that when your people came to this country, they decided to take all the good wrestling matches from the hard-working Irishmen who were here just before them.
Well, Fraction Jackson looks like no Italian man to me, I'll tell you that here. But right now, Lenny the Pasta Primavera, he's putting on the grandma's spicy sauce right now, his signature move on Fraction Jackson.
Throws off the spicy sauce. Fraction Jackson seeing if it'll stick to the wall here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchups. And again, showing his huge energy, his unbelievable physique, and his advantage in height, age, speed, power, determination, and skill. And yet still, Primavera going in with the hard headlock. Now we're getting into some real action.
Spicy sauce once again there, just like Grandma used to make.
Wait a minute, Primavera got him tied up in the middle of the ring. He's got him. Wait a minute, throw it off. Fraction Jackson goes to the ropes. Oh, and he slips out with the big ziti to the outside. Primavera taking a fucking powder.
Fraction Jackson, of course. No fool, Paulie. He is searching for weakness right now. He's looking for the lowest common denominator here so that he can take the advantage on the over-under.
That's right, his numerators are high this evening, Veeta, as Fraction Jackson tries to get a look at this. Now, can you believe this? The showboating, the greasy, lazy showboating.
Lenny the Pasta just being a real soggy waffle here tonight, Paulie. If he's not careful, he's going to wind up in a pine overcoat, I'll tell you that.
That's right, Primavera with the hammerlock holding Fraction Jackson in place as he once again tries to pull on the hair, now taking the advantage on Jackson. And Primavera looking to the crowd for strength. He's asking his 7 brothers if they could give him any kind of advice here in the year 1913. Of course, there's no reason to mention that now.
Trying to break his arm like an uncooked noodle, Paulie.
But
Fraction Jackson turns it around.
Fraction Jackson coming in and reversing the hammerlock on Lenny the Pasta Primavera here tonight on Midweek Midcard Matchups. Primavera now checking his rotator cuff, making sure he hasn't corkscrewed his tortellinis here yet this evening, and Jackson taking him to the corner.
Now let me ask you a question here, Paulie. What do you think his percentage conversion is on that? Fraction
I'd
Jackson,
say at
that
this
is.
point, Fraction Jackson has at least a 2/3 ratio probability of winning this match, Veeta, because as you can see, Primavera is already down to a low boil. He is slowing down early in the matchup, and Jackson continues to be high energy as he ties back up. Wait, a rake in the eyes! A rake in the eyes! Wait a minute, Veeta! Primavera is coming
Greasy
in!
move by Lenny the Pasta as he comes in here reeking of garlic tonight.
Oh, God.
And
He
taking
didn't
it
even
to
bring-
Fraction
He's
Jackson.
brought his pointy shoes this evening, Veeta, and Fraction Jackson is not sure what to do.
The question you have to ask yourself tonight, Paulie, is which one of these men is going to walk away with that happy cabbage?
That's right, Fraction Jackson a little uneasy on his feet. Hold up, goes for the big hip toss. Turns him inside out, gave him the old
Feelings
angel hair
in the
pasta
air.
in the corner, and Primavera now looking for mercy after he showed none to Fraction Jackson, the former mathematician.
Oh, he got tossed like a finely made pizza crust, Paulie, all the way across the ring, and now he's scared of young Fraction
right.
Jackson.
Primavera got hand tossed. Wait a minute, Fraction
Right.
Jackson giving him the whole integer right here in the center of the ring. He's got him tied up. Primavera trying to hook up with his aunt's gravy, and I don't think it's going to work here tonight, as he may be out of cannolis this evening against Fraction Jackson. Jackson now holding the whole integer in the center of the ring, taking advantage, and you see the slow fading of Lenny, the boss to Primavera, here tonight on
Maybe
Midweek Midcard.
passing away as we speak here, Paulie, right before our very eyes.
Wait a minute! Wait just a minute!
What's going? Lenny the Pasta. He's
Lenny
pulling it out.
Primavera! Oh no, he's goombaing up tonight on Midweek Midcard matchups. And there you see Lenny using the pasta power to turn it around. And he has now put the whole integer back on Fraction Jackson. Fraction Jackson now off the corner with the
That's
pin.
right.
Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3. Wait
What?
a minute, Paulie. A 3
Fraction
count.
Jackson.
Fraction Jackson got 3 whole numbers this evening on Midweek Midcard matchups, but it would appear Lenny the Pasta Primavera has in fact won this matchup. But how could he have
that
won
isn't-
if neither of these men are dead? As you know, here on Midweek Midcard matchups, every battle is to the death. Veeta.
The oregano was definitely on Lenny the Pasta's side here tonight. Who do you think was the winner of this match if neither one of these men have perished?
That's true. Let's take a listen to the official word from the announcer.
After reviewing the tape, it is the judge's decree that we do not trust the Italians. Therefore, your winner is Fraction Jackson.
Oh, this is unbelievable, Veeta. A turn of events we could not have expected. Fraction
This is-
Jackson has gone home with the whole number tonight after a victory over Lenny, the Pasta Primavera, who did not perish in tonight's ring, Veeta.
You know, Paulie, this is what happens when the bigger number's on top and the smaller one's on the bottom.
Indivisible. For Veeta, I'm Pyrite, Paulie Persimmons, and we'll see you next time on Midweek Midcard Matchups.